The call came at 2:17 a.m. Overseas, hotel room, still half in a dream. "Mr. Hale," a soft voice said, "this is Nurse Collins from St. Jude's. It's about your daughter." That tone, flat, trembling, rehearsed. My heart didn't race, it stopped. "She's in ICU. There was an assault." Then the whisper, the kind reserved for horror. "The boys who did this, they're the police chief's nephews. We're trying, but evidence is being rearranged." She paused. "Everyone's too afraid to help her." For a few seconds, I couldn't breathe. I stared at the ceiling fan cutting slow circles through the dark. My body wanted to collapse, but my mind was already standing, calculating. By the time she finished her sentence, I was packing my duffel, passport, Glock, laptop. I didn't cry, didn't scream. I just whispered the same thing I'd whispered before every mission. Understood. When the plane lifted off 6 hours later, I watched the lights fade beneath me, small, distant, meaningless. I wasn't coming home to grieve. I was coming home to end something. They said she was stable. That word. It meant barely human. I found her behind sterile glass, tubes, wires, her skin gray under fluorescent light. Her hand was small, unmoving. I pressed my palm to the glass, and something in me fractured, not from grief, but from the silence. The kind of silence that means someone's already erased the truth. The nurse met my eyes. She didn't speak, just slid a file toward me. Inside, her name, the report, the word sexual assault crossed out, replaced with incident under review. My jaw locked. Later, the detective assigned to the case arrived, smiling like a man walking into a meeting, not a crime scene. "Tragic situation," he said. "We'll do our best. But you know how small towns work." Yeah, I knew. Connections, nepotism, silence sold in the name of peace. When I asked for evidence, he shrugged. The footage was misplaced. Misplaced, like her dignity, like the truth. That night I sat in my truck outside the hospital. Rain hit the windshield, slow and deliberate. My reflection stared back. A ghost of a father, a soldier with nothing left but method. I lit a cigarette I didn't want and whispered, "Then I'll do it myself." Days blurred into strategy. I moved quietly, like I always had. No anger, just process. I traced their names. 3 boys. Same college. Same arrogance. Each one shielded by a last name that carried weight. I hacked into their phones, social feeds, cameras. I didn't need help. Years in intelligence taught me how people hide what they're proud of. By the 4th night, I had what I needed. Video fragments, messages, laughter. Their arrogance had documented its own damnation. They drugged her, filmed it, shared it, and the one recording, labeled untouchables. I watched it once, then again, until rage burned down into precision. I sent the evidence to 3 private clouds, 2 journalists, and 1 encrypted drive hidden in my daughter's medical file. If anything happened to me, the world would know. Then I waited. Not for justice, for opportunity. The first boy bragged at a bar. The second posted vacation photos from his father's lake house. The third, Tyler, was the ringleader, the chief's nephew. I watched him from my truck through the restaurant window. He laughed, toasted with champagne, free, untouchable. I stepped inside, calm. He looked up, recognition flickering too late. I placed an envelope on his table. He frowned, opened it. Photos, screenshots, video stills. His smile vanished. "What is this?" he stammered. "Your confession," I said. He tried to laugh it off. Then he saw the timestamps, the GPS, his friends' names, his location data. Color drained from his face. I leaned close enough for only him to hear. "You hurt the wrong child." Then I walked out. The next morning, the footage went live. Everywhere. News, feeds, forums. The internet doesn't sleep. Their names, their faces, their families, all exposed. The police chief resigned within hours. One of the boys turned himself in. Another disappeared. I didn't need to pull a trigger. The truth was weapon enough. That evening, I stood by my daughter's bedside. Her eyes fluttered, half open. A breath caught in her throat. I whispered, "They can't hurt anyone again." Her fingers twitched around mine. That was enough. It's been 3 weeks. She's awake now. Doesn't remember everything. Maybe that's mercy. The world calls me a whistleblower. They don't know what I really am. At night, I sit in the dark beside her bed, listening to the soft rhythm of the monitors. Each beep a reminder that justice, when denied, mutates into something colder. I didn't come home to forgive. I came home to finish. She'll heal. I won't. But every time I close my eyes, I see those boys' faces when the truth hit them. Raw, exposed, terrified. That's when I finally breathe. Because sometimes vengeance isn't fire. It's light. Cold. Blinding. Unforgiving.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.